friend, welcome in Study Buddy channel. Our today's topic is pattern allowances in the subject of manufacturing technology. Myself, Professor K.S. Banker. Now let's begin. So pattern allowances is what? The difference in the dimension between the casting and the pattern. Okay, dimensional difference between the casting and the pattern is due to certain allowances are provided on pattern. This is called pattern allowances. So there are number of allowances are provided into the pattern to get the desired casting. So different types of pattern are listed below: shrinkage allowances or contraction allowances, machining allowances or finishing allowances, pattern draft or taper allowances, wrapping or shake allowances, corners and fillet allowances, and last one is camber or distortion allowances. So let's start one by one. First one is shrinkage allowances. So what is shrinkage? Every metal can be shrink in liquid state as well as solid stage. Okay, so if the molten metal which is in liquid will shrink, then your riser will provide the molten metal into the required cavities, whatever produced during the liquid shrinkage. But the casting which will be reduced during the solidifications means when your casting is solidified, then it will lose its temperature. So at that time it will shrink down. So if it is shrink down, then it will reduce its size. Its size will be reduced. So suppose this is your reduced size and this is the exact size. So this size is reduced, suppose. Okay, during this shrinkage of this metal. So if you will not provide these allowances in the pattern, then you will get the smaller size product after solidifications. So to avoid these circumstances, you have to add some allowances into the pattern, that is a shrinkage allowances. So metal shrinks on solidification and contracts further on cooling to a room temperature. Okay, so every metal shrink on the liquid stage as well as solidification stage also. So during solidifications, when it shrinks, then its dimension will be reduced. So to compensate these dimensions, you have to add these shrinkage allowances. Linear dimensions of the pattern are increased in respect to those finished casting to be obtained, and this is called the shrinkage allowances. Okay, so in pattern you have to add some dimensions. Okay, so increase in these dimensions in the pattern to compensate these shrinkage allowances to get your desired product. So in different material, practically observed that you have to provide the different shrinkage allowances. Suppose consider the cast iron. So in cast iron 10 mm per meter shrinkage allowances, in brass 15 mm per meter, in steel 20 mm per meter, and in zinc 25 mm per meter. Okay, the meaning of this is what? For 1 meter length you have to provide the 25 mm shrinkage on the pattern to get the desired product or to get the accurate dimensional product. Now second one is machining allowances. So machining allowances is what? In casting process, after solidification, when you get this casting from your mold, it is having a rough surface on all the side. So you have to remove this rough surface up to certain level and get this finished product. So to remove the unwanted material from the surface, you have to provide a extra dimension into pattern itself, and this extra dimension provided in the pattern is nothing but a machining allowances. So it indicates how much larger the rough casting over the finished casting, so that further machining can be carried out. This machining allowances is added to all surfaces that are to be machined. So the different values are available for the different casting. So for aluminum alloy, 1.6 mm for 0 to 30 centimeter length. So if 0 to 30 centimeter length are there, then at that time you have to provide 1.6 mm machining allowances for aluminum alloy. And if length is higher, if your product is having the 30 to 60 centimeter length, so at that time you have to provide 3.2 mm machining allowances. Okay, likewise, if your length is increased, then your machining allowances is also increased for all these different metal in the cast aluminum alloy, brass or cast iron. In cast iron also, 0 to 30 centimeter length you have to provide 2.4 mm machining allowances. Now third one is taper or draft allowances. So it is allowances provided on the vertical surfaces. This is the vertical surfaces of the pattern. Okay, if these vertical surfaces are straight, then during the withdrawal of this pattern from the mold, it may be a chance to crack this wall. The cracks are produced like this. Cracks are produced like this in the wall of mold during the withdrawal of pattern from the mold. So to avoid these vertical faces of the pattern are converted into the shape of taper like this. Okay, if you create a taper on these vertical faces, then it can be easily withdrawn from the mold without any damage of the sand mold. So see in this figure, you can easily see this is the taper provided on these vertical faces. Okay, so this allowances is nothing but a pattern draft or taper allowances, and due to this your pattern will be easily come out. Okay, and the value of this taper is only up to 2 to 3 degree only, or 1 to 2, maximum to 2 degree. In this figure it is looking a very large taper. Okay, but it's not happen, it is only 1 to 2 degree only. Now corners and fillet allowances. So intersections of surfaces in the casting must be smooth and form no sharp edges or angles. Okay, so to avoid sharp corners and angles in the pattern itself, you have to just smoothen, you have to create a smooth corners of your pattern so that it can be easily come out, as well as during the withdrawn of the pattern from this mold, your mold cannot be damaged. For this, the external and internal corners of pattern are usually suitably rounded. They are called rounded corners and fillet respectively. Now wrapping are shake allowances. So wrapping and shake allowances is what? During the withdrawal of your pattern, you have to just suppose this is your pattern, so you have to just shake it like this in this directions and this direction also. You just shake it in this and this directions. Okay, so during shaking or wrapping of this pattern, your cavity will be enlarged. This is the cavity. So if you shake in these directions and this direction of the pattern, so the dimensions of this cavity will be increased, will be going to increase. And if the cavity will be increased, then your product will be, you will get the product in the larger dimensions. Okay, so to avoid this, you have to provide the negative allowances in the pattern, that is known as wrapping or shake allowances. So to take the pattern out of the mold cavity, it is slightly wrapped to detach it from the mold cavity. And due to this, the cavity in the mold increases slightly. So the pattern is made slightly smaller. Okay, so it is a negative allowances. So please keep in your mind, this allowances is negative allowances. Okay, so the pattern having slightly smaller than your actual product to compensate these shake allowances. Okay, so this is negative allowances. Last one is distortion or camber allowances. So to take the pattern out of the mold, it is slightly wrapped to detach from the mold cavity. Okay, this is same write up of shake allowances. Okay, so we'll understand from this. Distortion or camber allowances is what? In distortion allowances, the product will be distorted due to the different thickness of product. Here the thickness or the shape of the product are different here and here also. So due to this different cooling rate, it will be distorted like this. So after solidifications, you will get this type of shape instead of this type of shape. Okay, so to avoid this type of shape, you just made your pattern into the reverse shape of this. Okay, you will get this type of shape. So to avoid this, you just made your pattern in the reverse side of this shape like this. So once it is cooled down, then after cooling, your product will get this near about this shape state. Okay, like this shape. Then you can just remove unwanted material and get it straight like this. So distortion allowances or camber allowances is what? It will just distort it due to the different rate of cooling because of different shapes, different thicknesses are there. And to avoid this, you just create your pattern into the reverse image as you get. Okay, suppose this is the image you get after solidification. So you just prepare your pattern into the reverse image of this, and after solidification you will get this required shape. So this allowances is called camber or distortion allowances. Okay, so if you have any query for this lecture, then please comment in my comment box of this video. So I'm end up this lecture. Thank you very much all of you.